Well, I'm a bit pissed off simply because of the fact that I actually recorded this video just a few minutes ago. I was exporting the audio, and then the software just exporting the audio just crashed, and it doesn't have a save feature, which means I have to do this all over again. So what was I talking about? Well, I was going to talk about how the championship playoffs are very juicy. I mean, I took a break from watching daily Dortmund Haram ball, and I was like, let's just watch the championship because last time I saw it had a pretty interesting race. And boy, oh boy, the teams who have made it are already a pretty interesting bunch. You have four teams who all will be very exciting to see in the Premier League. Maybe they'll be destroyed, maybe they'll stay up, no one knows. But there are four exciting teams, and one of them is Luton Town. Luton Town last season shocked everyone by making the playoffs, and because of that, I assumed they would be the next Barnsley. You know, having a good season, making the playoffs, and then just getting relegated again the next season. Well, I was kinda right for the first four games of the season because they were 23rd after the first four games. It didn't really help when Nathan Jones left for Southampton. Boy, that worked well. But Rob Edwards came in, did a pretty decent job, and took the club to third. And guess what? If it wasn't for Sheffield United being so goddamn good, realistically, they could have leapfrogged Sheffield and taken second place, which would be an automatic promotion spot. But they didn't, so they are in the playoffs. And let's see who are their key pieces. The top scorer is currently Rob Edwards, who has 20 goals, and he's also the club's highest assister with 6 assists. You know how efficient your team is when you're third in the championship and your highest assister has only 6 assists. But anyways, let's just move on to Carlton Morris. We also have Elijah Adebayo, who has 7 goals and 3 assists in 42 games, and the American Ethan Horvath in goal, who has 19 clean sheets, which is the second best among all of these championship teams. Tom Lockyer is also a pretty decent piece in the midfence. I have actually struggled to say what is a Lockyer. So yeah, I really want Luton Town to make it. Not just because they have had such a great rise. I mean, when I started watching football in 2014, they were in League 2, and they had just been promoted from non-league. But now they are with a shot of going to the Premier League. And their stadium, Kenilworth Road, is a goddamn vibe. It's like the epitome of lower tier English football, where you have to pass to someone's house to actually make it to the stadium. You have to pass to someone's house, which need I say anymore? Well, the team Luton will be facing is Sunderland. Now, I actually had someone help me with this. I had my friend Chloe help me with the Sunderland part because, let's be real, I don't know shit about Sunderland. I know a lot about Newcastle, but not about Sunderland. So, yeah. So I'll credit Chloe for actually coming up with a lot of this shit, and I need to, yeah. I guess being a Sunderland fan is probably been the most depressing. I mean, imagine going from the Premier League to the Championship to getting relegated to League One consecutively. Well, now they have a chance to reverse that. And let's face it, the odds haven't been really in their favor. I mean, imagine being newly promoted, youngest squad in the division. You lose your manager to Stoke after 6 games. You lose your strikers and captain to injury, and have one of your strikers leave the club because his parent club was like, yo, bring him back in. And still finishing 6th and being the 4th best scoring side despite not having a proper striker for 75% of the season. That's Sunderland for ya. And Tony Mowbray has done a pretty decent job. I mean, I don't Ross 2 won't be available, but they do have Joe Gelhardt, who I don't really count as a striker because he isn't really a striker. He's more like a false 9 kind of thing. But there are some ballers in this. The biggest of them are the United Lodi, Amad Diallo, and Jack Clark, who have 36 goal contributions. easily was some of the best players in the league. And remember Patrick Roberts, the Man City wonder kid who flopped hard? Well, he's back and he has 12 goal contributions. Alex Patterson has done pretty decent with 14 clean sheets. And then we come to the defense, which arguably features the best defender in the championship, Danny Bat. And he has Trey Hume and Dennis Sirkin along with him to make a pretty decent partnership in the midfield. I mean, in the defense. Why am I waffling about? I want Sunderland to make it to the Prem, not just because they'll be doing 2 consecutive promotions, but then we would actually be looking at Danny Bat, and we would actually be. Imagine if the AIFF took Danny Bat to the Asian Cup. Imagine having a Premier League player. Then you can add Yan Danda, Manpreet Sarkaria. We will cook, bro. We will win the whole thing. And that's why I want Sunderland to make it. Next one, I can't lie, I didn't really expect them to do that great, especially after bottling the playoffs, considering that Nottingham Forest also bottled the playoffs and eventually went into a relegation battle. And I thought I was right again, because they found themselves in the relegation place after match day 14. So Chris Wilder goes away. In comes the only United coach to have a 100% win record, Mike Carrick, and he guided the club to 4th place with only 4 losses between match day 15 and match day 38. So, sure, they were botching it a little bit towards the end, but it doesn't matter, they are in the playoffs anyways. And their best player has been Tuba Akpom with 30 goal contributions. I haven't heard that name in ages. Ryan Gars has also been the team's playmaker with 11 assists from left back. This brother is the Scottish Guerrero, bro. And then we have Cameron Archer and then Marcus Force, who are 10 and 11 goals respectively. And then Alex Mowat and Riley McGree are a pretty decent partnership in midfield. I'm pretty sure Riley McGree was supposed to be a Charlotte. And they also have Paddy McNair, Dale Fry and Darrell Linehan in the defense, which just sounds too Irish. And they also have Man City shortstop. I mean, they have former Man City shortstopper and FA Cup fumble merchant Zach Steffen, who has done a decent job, I guess, leaving 9 clean sheets. I don't know how they have managed to reach the playoffs while only having 9 clean sheets. I swear to God, Gregor Kobo has that much. And if you're wondering why I'm stressing out, I'm actually having a script. I'm reading off it. For me, Borough would also be pretty decent. It's the least who I really want to see, but I won't really mind them because it will bring me back to a kind of a vibe era from Premier League, where Borough were kind of an ever-present mid-table team, and I even made the Europa League final at one point. So yeah, that's that. Imagine, I said Sunderland fan. Being a Sunderland fan was depressing. Being a Coventry fan was probably even been worse. Imagine this: you get relegated from the Championship to League 2. You're in free fall after getting relegated from the Premier League. You lose your stadium rights. You have a shitty owner. And now you have a chance to go back to the limelight, to the Premier League, for the first time over 2 decades. And I didn't really expect them because for 8 match days, they were actually bottom of the league from match day 3 and to match day 10. I told you, this league is unpredictable. However, it ended when Tim Fisher and the very controversial Sisu group left. And ever since Doug King has become the owner, Coventry have been cooking hard. Manager Mark Robbins has done a pretty good job, and there's one reason for this. Swedish attacker Viktor Gyökeres, who has 31 goal contributions, by far for me the best player in the league. Dutchman Gustavo Hammer has also is pretty decent as well with 9 goals and 10 assists. Matthew Hodden has also been decent with 12 goal contributions. Goalkeeper Ben Mills had actually done the best among all of the goalkeepers over here with 20 clean sheets. And unlike all of the goalkeepers, he has actually scored a goal. Meanwhile, Jake Bidwell and Callum Doyle are pretty decent pieces in defense, whereas the midfield duo of Jamie Allen and Kyle McFadzean help Gustavo Hammer literally be one of the greatest players of all time. I'm waffling right now. I'm totally waffling. Coventry are a club who haven't played in their stadium for a long time. They have been playing at what? Butland Road in Rugby or something, I don't know. And now they can make the Premier League. That's gonna be mad. Now, we have gone through the teams. Let's go to the predictions. I'll say Luton versus Sunderland. Luton will beat Sunderland 2-0 at home. for trying to scrap about, keep their lead, and then they will lose 1-0 at Sunderland, but they will make the finals. Coventry versus Borough. So Coventry versus Borough. I actually think Borough will try to scrap with Coventry at home, and they'll have a decent 1-1 draw. But Coventry will pop off away. I'm just saying, and they will win 3-0. Victor Gyökeres hat-trick. I'm telling it right now. So this will bring the final at Wembley. Luton versus Coventry. Two clubs who have been in League 2 very recently. And it will be a close one. It will be filled with drama, emotion, more butt clenching than me against Bremen. But I'm gonna say Carlton Morris will score in the 120th minute to break Coventry hearts and send Luton and that shitbox stadium, Kenilworth Road, into the Premier League.
Yeah, I was editing this video and I just realized. Actually, I didn't realize anything. I got fucking sick. First day, Luton versus Sunderland, I got a headache. Second day, I got a cold. I still had that cold. And I messed up the fact that it was Sunderland was Luton first, not Luton was Sunderland. But I still technically got the results right. Sunderland versus Luton, I predicted Sunderland to win by a 1-goal margin. I got that. And I predicted Coventry and Borough to play a draw. And I got that as well. So I'm happy enough about it. Alright, back into the video. I'm fucking stupid.
That's my championship overview, I guess. Don't really blame me if I've done a disservice. I've tried to be as authentic as possible for someone who doesn't even really watch the championship. And I would really like to thank Chloe for helping me with the Sunderland part, because let's be real, I don't really follow Sunderland. So yeah, thanks for Chloe to the Sunderland part. I'll see you guys in the next Dortmund recap in the year 2084. I'll see you guys in the next video.